few days back, the Doha Forum took place, a dialogue conference where global leaders come and speak about current affairs, current events, things that are very important to the global population and what happens with the current affairs. Some people didn't like this conference. And they didn't like this conference because it included people who are viewed as close to the US administration, simultaneously with figures from Iran. Listen to what Israel had to say about this conference. Scandalous conference because the son of Donald Trump was there, likewise Tucker Carlson. At the same time, there were, of course, the Iranian leaders, other leaders of other countries too, Syria. And they didn't like it particularly because the son of the US president was there sharing a platform with these people. Now, this forum, by the way, is a normal forum like any other forum. The only difference is, of course, sometimes it'll bring people with different opinions. Unlike propagandized forums or forums to support genocide, for example. No, whenever there's criticism for genocide, even, a remnants of criticism, they don't like that in Israel. But they didn't particularly like one video that Tucker Carlson recently published, and they're going mad over that video. Let's see why exactly they went mad.
Yeah. Come as a due to war in Gaza. Most of them needs children with special needs, or they are. How many have two parents? I can give you my email, my right, and also my niece, my friends. I was 15 years old. My friends were the same age.
أنا هم من الأول يا دكتور إبراهيم.
Yeah. When you come back and inside and when inside.
So as we can see, Tucker Carlson went and saw children from Gaza, amputees. Many of them are orphans who lost all of their family members. They didn't have anyone from their family directly to be with them. And they had to go, of course, to Qatar to get treatment. Israel did not allow anything more than 2,000 people to go. Many of the children, they didn't allow their families with them too. And he said that it was so distressing. He published a video afterwards, said that it was so distressing. One of them looked like his granddaughter or something like that. And him and his crew were struggling to hold their tears after what they saw. And the Israelis are going mad over this video. Why? He didn't do anything wrong. He went to see the children of Gaza who Israel maimed. They're lucky to be alive, of course. Many of them were killed. Over 20,000 children were killed in the genocide, which is why it should also be called an infanticide too. And they don't get enough coverage, of course, because, well, why? Why, from the mainstream media's perspective, or anyone allied with Israel, Why would they bring the suffering of the Palestinian children? But no, Tucker Carlson is breaking that norm. And it's quite interesting to see, because in recent interviews several weeks back, Donald Trump defended Tucker Carlson's right to talk with even someone like Nick Fuentes, he spoke with at the time. And his son was in this conference in Doha. And the more time goes by, the more it's appearing to be as a coordinated thing, an orchestrated thing. Okay. Tucker Carlson is a Trump supporter, but he is critical of Israel. Of course, there are limits to how far he goes, but he is a fierce critic to a level where Israel deployed thousands of people, and they had a conference not long ago, one of these Zionist conferences in the United States, that was dedicated primarily to target Tucker Carlson by saying Tucker Carlson is not MAGA, or he's not part of the Make America Great Again. He's not genuinely Make America Great Again. And that's frustrating the Israelis, but it appears to be like there is some sort of coordination there within certain elements in the Trump administration, and also people who support Trump from the outside. It's as if they are realizing the power that the Zionist lobby has in the United States, and they're trying to do whatever they can to criticize, to normalize the criticism of Israel, to break these generational boundaries that the United States had, especially amongst Republicans in the United States of America. And so far, it's looking good, because no one is taking a step back, at least from the main figures in the alternative media or independent media, who are going out there and speaking to people from all across the world, highlighting the suffering of the Palestinian people, and not shying away from saying that Israel is committing a genocide and labeling Israel exactly for what it is. But even when they label Israel for what it is and what it actually does, Israel gets annoyed. As a matter of fact, the mouthpieces in the United States start to get annoyed. Like recently, there was a video posted of Mike Huckabee, the American ambassador in Israel, saying that the missile that Israel launched against Qatar, they just sent a missile there. They didn't launch an attack. They sent a missile, as if you're sending a parcel with DHL or FedEx. They sent a missile, and people who were in the vicinity, unfortunately, they were killed. Oh, how cute is that? Maybe they'll start shipping missiles in Amazon too. Oh yeah, they just sent a parcel. Unfortunately, it exploded and it killed someone. But the very interesting thing is these videos and these moves are very effective amongst Americans. Tucker Carlson has a huge following on YouTube and on other social media platforms. And these videos are getting traction. Now, Israel is already taking control over certain social media outlets, like the purchase of TikTok, the algorithm push by certain social media outlets following pressure of Israel or campaigns of Israel, because they spend billions. And many of these videos get published on X. Some of the published are on YouTube too. And Netanyahu, when he was visiting his class of influencers in America, he said that the next step would be X, which proves that these people are on a mission to censor not only the images, the horrendous images and footage that's coming from the genocide in Gaza, but purely valid criticism and highlighting the suffering of people post the attacks, the genocidal attacks that Israel conducted. Children, even children, they're bothered by that greatly. Because to them, it's all justified, of course. They were used as human shields. They were used as, you know, the rhetoric. But the problem is, well, the images speak much louder than any of the propaganda that Israel speaks about. And that's why they would still continue and apply pressure to censor even all of these images and videos coming in on other platforms too. Now that they have their hands on TikTok, they're currently having a campaign on multiple outlets as well, social media outlets. Their next step is to potentially try and ban all of these videos from coming out. And they're having a lot of pressure in the background. To what level will they go, or the owners of such platforms will go? I mean, X, they've done a few things, like they removed the translation from Hebrew when so many people were just translating what the Israelis were saying, as in doing nothing but translate. We wouldn't be surprised if they also start to ban any videos or images of people who are simply wounded children, amputees, orphans, because of the Israeli genocide and infanticide in Gaza.